Everybody hold your water.
Ready? What's that?
Balls, balls, balls.
Triple shot.
Balls, green 18. Green 18, 10.
All right, y'all, football-loving freaks. Welcome to the O-Line Committee Film Room here on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel. We got 16 years of NFL trenches experience between the Rhino, Alex Boone, Jeremiah Sirles. I didn't do anything in the NFL except judge people that played there for a long time. But
the boy Phil.
That's right. I'm here to cast
Big
judgment.
I am here to critique and cast judgment. And you know what? I am too with this film breakdown. I'm glad that we had to go 2 years back to get it. And never too late to go back.
You calm down? Jeez Louise.
I'm not going to calm down. I'm sorry. Phil's all about it. I'm still
we're all about this guy right here, Kyler Murray.
No, that's the question, Jay. Where do you stand on this guy right here?
This guy
Jay.
right here?
That
Where do
guy.
I stand
That little
on
guy
him?
right here. What, that little guy? I wouldn't worry about that
The
little
savior of Minnesota Vikings football? Let's go.
guy. Ding him. Ding him right now for a lying fine. How dare you
Oh,
lie to
No, that's not
You are
it.
so aggressive right now. Oh,
Let's think. Here, we're going to go like this. We're going to go Kyler greater than J.J.
Okay.
McCarthy.
See,
Okay?
now we're trolling, instigating, whatever you
That's
want.
fair. Whatever you want to do. Let's dive into it.
So we're going to dive into the film here of what I think measurably was Kyler Murray's best game of 2024. So yes, Mooney, we had to go back in the archives, but this is what Kyler looks like at his peak. Can the Vikings tap into some of this? You guys can tell the audience. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, this is the stuff he brings. He's a jitterbug, right? He can just move. He's all over the place. He creates. He is very tiny, but he's also very hard to get on the ground, right? Right here, he should be dead to rights, right? I mean, look at this. You've got, first of all, offensive line.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got some
What are we doing?
Oh, boy.
This
Go back
right
real quick,
there.
This is actually, this looks like it's stutter pass. Go back real quick. Yeah, this is some sort of
Counter
stutter
pass. It's counter pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the tight end's staying in. It's the same thing, right? We're trying to play action this. Well, it's not really, though, because, look, we're play actioning the other way, which is wild.
The center's pulling.
Yeah, it's like a car. We very rarely do we car things, especially because we don't want to put our center on the edge, right? The center wants
center on Jared Verse.
Not ideal. Instead, like Jay's always talked about, with the left tackle would be like, hey, who do I got? See a guy over there about to make $30 million? Go block him, right? Let's do that thingy. Again, I get it. He can roll. He can do things. He can scramble. But again,
this is also the stuff that he misses.
Yeah.
Right? So right here, bad things.
Wide open. Hello.
Right? That should be your outlet. Right? But I get it. You also have 3 white shirts just absolutely bearing down on you. So what do? We scramble. We don't take a bad situation and make it worse, and we turn it into 2nd and 5. I'm all right with that. But again, this is right here, this escapability, right, that everyone loves. This is what happens if you also don't rush Kyler Murray correctly.
Yeah, look,
right?
There's no contain on the outside.
You have to rush a guy like Kyler where you can't get caved down inside here. You have to put the bookend on Kyler Murray. Because if you don't, right there, he loses contain, and there's the escape.
James Conner does a great job of knocking that back inside. That's a great job with Beachum.
The thing, too, Vikings fans, and you and I talked about this today on Purple Daily, Mac, shotgun is where he has lived. He's not going to live in shotgun unless Kevin O'Connell completely changes his realm. So that'll be interesting, too, to see how he operates underneath center. Back foot, ball gone. He was the first overall pick for a reason. Like, he has the arm talent. The question becomes, can he operate in what is not an air raid offense anymore, but can he operate in what's the deep passing offense? Like, that's a great read, right? You can see he looks right. He comes over the middle. Here's his outlet, but he goes hunting. You got to be able to hunt in Kevin O'Connell's offense.
Gotta hunt. That's
Right?
I will say that is a good pass.
Well, that was a great pass. He's not bad, Boone. You make it sound like I'm watching J.J. McCarthy tape.
Wow.
Easy.
Oh, wow.
Easy.
What?
5 minutes
Yeah,
in.
ding him. Ding him
For
for an
what?
Instigator for sure.
Don't make me pull up that J.J. McCarthy versus the Commanders defense film.
Do it.
December, okay?
Do it.
I will say, if there is a part of his game that I do like, it's this. It's being
Under center. on the move.
Yes, you can make this deep ball throw. I think the thing that scares me the most is, like you said, the jitterbug. I need to run and do something, and it's like, dude, don't. Right? This is going to be part of the offense in Kevin O'Connell.
This is going to be a huge part of the offense.
Absolutely. Can you hunt downfield like this? Can you make this throw? Can you come out here and on the run throw this ball 50 fucking yards? It's going to be huge.
And no offense to these guys up front here, but the Vikings offensive line, in my opinion, is much better.
Yeah.
Right. Between O'Neal over here, Darisaw, right? The young kid, Donovan Jackson. You have Will Fries, the $92 million man. This is the question mark.
The question is the center.
Right. Blake Brandel. But, again, when you get the quarterback on the move like this,
you don't have to worry.
You get him on the move, and that's a really hard throw to make. Right? Everyone likes to salivate when Caleb Williams does it, but that's a really hard throw.
That's a little Caleb right there.
On the run, over the corner.
I mean,
drop it in the bucket.
Burns, too.
By the way, Marvin Harrison Jr., 2 highlights of his career, all in one reel right here.
Yeah.
He's only got like one more. Come on, keep it going.
Now you get him out and then spread him out. Trips. You get a trips right formation here. Back foot. Again, he's running for his life. Yeah. And that's the part that I'm going to be really curious about is so many of Kyler Murray's explosive plays are him having to create because he's been getting killed. I mean, watch this. These dudes are in his lap immediately. Set Hut, 1,001, 1,002. Oh my God, Braden Fisk is going to kill me. Right? You don't even have time here. This is a terrible job by the left tackle.
Gotta punch the penetrator.
Hands down.
Punch.
Drop.
Penetrator. Ends up just
It's actually a really nice guard by the left guard. Evan Brown does a really nice job here. Sets, comes inside. He feels the soft rush right here. He gets his head around, but if you don't flatten the penetrator, it doesn't matter because now you can't come off on the looper. Right? So right here, I mean, Braden Fisk is going, add one to the stat sheet, right? Nope. Comes around, on the run, left. Again, falling away.
That's a crazy play.
That's crazy. That's Caleb Williams stuff right there.
Yeah.
Now, Caleb probably gets it to him on the run.
I was going to say, now you're starting to get a little crazy, guys.
I mean, he has that ability to Caleb with his legs. He's nowhere near as physically gifted as Kyler. But
it's also, that last throw especially, and Jeremiah, I know we'll teach you about baseball here. That kind of off, that's like an infielder off balance, going up the middle, throwing over to first base. Baseball instincts. Let's go.
I was going to say, somebody barehanded it last night. Did you see it, Mac? It was amazing. The third baseman.
I love that the end of that World Baseball Classic game proved for the world why we
need
strike zone.
So while we're watching football here,
F1 though.
Hey, don't get me started on that. Hey, there's been 2 races. I haven't gotten an F1 minute left. But here, so what?
This is our stutter pass. There we go.
But again, so what happened earlier in the game? Right? What happened to this guy earlier in the game? He got caught putting his hand in the cookie jar and trying to come underneath. So now he has to rush him differently. Stay outside, and it slows his rush down. Right here, he's worried about Kyler going here, so he slows his rush down. And this is what happens when you play Kyler. It slows down the pass rush.
Bang.
I mean, there's some good stuff that you want. You just hope this guy's still in there. That's the biggest hope for Nebraska fans right now is this Kyler Murray still here?
Nebraska fans.
God. Wow. Go ahead and we don't have a quarterback either.
Did you just say Nebraska?
I'm looking at red, and I'm just wishing we had a quarterback.
Wow,
we
GBR,
don't.
Let's go.
Go Big Red. I know. God, I mean, I'm just going to find myself
What
again.
if Nebraska found a quarterback that could play and cosplay like Kyler Murray for 2026?
We found our cosplay Jackson Dart this year, I think, so we'll figure it out. But anyway, so under center, play action. Hit the back foot, nothing there, and now you escape. And look at the way he just runs away from people. I mean, this is the stuff that worries me, though.
Easy there, yeah. Ooh.
This right here, it's like just fall down right here. Just fall down. Don't dive forward. Just slide. You're going to get sandwiched here. And this is the reason. I mean, he's good at it, but that stuff is risky in the NFL, especially at his size. Come back underneath, play action again, back foot. That's an unbelievable throw.
He's kind of great at these outside the numbers, outbreaking little hole shot passes.
I mean, this is a great. Put the ball only where your guy can get it. And again, what are we seeing? Trey McBride So we're expecting, hopefully, to see Kevin O'Connell use more of the TJ Hawkinsons and maybe go draft one of those stud defense or tight ends right there in the first round.
Yeah, the
Like Trey
Cardinals, the last 2 years, the Cardinals have used
It's a great ball.
multiple tight ends about twice as much as the Vikings do, which is
Hey, if Kevin O'Connell can build off what he did the last 6 weeks of the season, though, and build some more of that in, maybe.
I feel like a lot of this, though, is going to be dependent on the run game because a lot of this is play action.
Yeah,
right?
so many of
Setting
his
these
deep
guys
shots
up.
here.
Look at this. These are all – most of these except for one or two have been a lot of play action. And so a lot of it comes down to what is the run game going to look like this year? Can they get the defense to step up like they are here? Trey McBride makes a great catch there. I mean, I think it's better catch than it is a throw. Easy.
Semantics. So here you go. You blitz Kyler. No, Siri, stop listening to me. You blitz
Siri.
Kyler here.
Naughty lady.
Right, so then all of a sudden you blitz Kyler, so they bring someone up the middle here.
Hey.
Finds
running
his
back
outlet.
stays in.
just a little.
Finds his outlet. Again, who? Trey McBride. The tight ends have been a friend of Kyler Murray's, and they should be a friend in every offense. Right?
Oh, yeah.
The tight end should always and forever be the outlet. They
I
come
think
here.
that's one thing that some Vikings fans are worried about, that like Hawkinson's going to be a better friend than Jefferson, and that needs to be flipped around.
I
That's
think
kind of based on the defense too, though. How do they who are you going to shut down, right? Are you going to let JJ just torch you, or would you rather have TJ Hawkinson torch you?
I'd rather have TJ Hawkinson for 12 and 13 underneath
Yes.
than JJ for 70 over my head.
Exactly, because that's how you get fired. They're like, hey, you didn't realize that JJ was over there? And you're like, oh, yeah, sorry about that. I mean, they'd expect him to get bracketed more than anyone.
And then if you want to go squeeze scrape here on just simple, this is college stuff, right? Zone read with the split,
Little
come
arc.
across, little
There you
arc
go.
there. Now fall down and get out of bounds, right? That stuff is, even if you run that 2 times a game, especially down in the red zone, this is so hard to stop down in the red zone, right? So you have, there's 2 ways to stop this play. You squeeze with the D end and you scrape over the top with the linebacker, or you box with the D end and you plug with the linebacker. Well, what happens here is they do both plug, right? This guy right here, not supposed to be touching each other, right? So they squeeze and then the guy forgets to scrape. And then you've got the lead blocker out there. So even if you just do this 1 or 2 times a game to keep defenses honest, it's going to be really, really hard to protect against that. And that's the kind of stuff that you're going to watch with Kyler Murray that KOC's never had. KOC's never had an athlete, a quarterback like Kyler Murray, right? He's had, who do you have in LA? He had
Well, he had Goff for a
Goff,
year,
who
then they
can't
traded
move.
him, and then Stafford.
then
came
they
in
had
after.
Stafford, and then he had Kirk, and then he had the rookie. Like
Darnold's athletic, but not like Kyler
Darnold, but
athletic.
not. I mean, Darnold's enough to get you out of trouble. Kyler's a weapon. Right?
He had
Kyler's like
Dobbs of the Pastronaut for 4
the
games.
Pastronaut.
Old Josh
No,
Dobbs.
stop it. That's
Nick
not-
Mullins, whatever. You know,
He
so
had
you're,
Johnny Manziel in Cleveland. What do you mean he's
yeah, no,
Stop
he's
it.
never had an athlete at quarterback like Kyler Murray. And so
Well,
if you
that's
can,
my question is like, what do you think he's going to do? Is he going to come out and go, guys, they've never seen this before? Or do you just expect it to be like you just saw there, a little bit of read arc? Because that by now it's been so plastered everywhere that everyone has such an answer for it that it becomes like, what about this is going to change it? That's what scares me.
it's going to be the changeup though. Like
But,
that's
like,
what I think.
what?
I think it's going to be the Kevin O'Connell offense that we're so used to seeing, the deep arcs, the deep digs, the over routes, everything that's happening basically 12 to 22 yards down the field. And then he's going to sprinkle in some of the zone read. He's going to sprinkle in some of the naked play action stuff and give him the run pass option. I don't think it's going to become a staple, especially Kyler coming off the injury, coming off not playing for a year. You need to let him run KOC's offense and then let KOC sprinkle in a little bit of what Kyler's really good at, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I agree with you. When you do those read plays, you force the defense to stress out everywhere, right? Because the read is all based on if you don't come downhill right now, I'm going to go outside, like Jay said. But at the same time, in the past, like with JJ, a lot of it was, how is this offense going to be simple for him? And it wasn't. It just seemed like it never changed. And it's like, okay, well, now we're bringing in someone that doesn't really fit this mold of, I want to sit back here and throw this ball like this. How is it going to change now? And even then, it's like, what are the running back situations? I love Aaron Jones. I think he's a great player, but I don't think he's an RB number 1. I think that when you talk about running the
Mason's
ball,
RB1.
but that's the thing is he? Let's be honest. Like, is he a real RB1 in this league? That's my whole point.
He's their
He's
RB1.
their RB1.
Got it. I'm just saying, I don't
yeah.
see him as an RB1 in this league, and that's the whole point. A lot of what Kyler does is based off the run game, right? You see what happens when he stands back there. After 2 seconds, rickety-tickety, he's gone. And it's like, dude, these plays are going to be developing downfield, right? At the same time, we just saw one where Trey McBride's wide open, and we're not throwing him the ball. And it's like, listen, a lot of this offense is based on hunting downfield, right? And sure, you can put him on the move for only so long before someone's like, hey, let's just do a little corner cat, okay? Let's just mess with them a little bit. Like, eventually they're going to figure you out. So what's the run game? And it goes right back to last year. Everybody was like, hey, as long as we have a good run game, JJ will be fine. And it was like, okay, well, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? Mac, you even talked about it all year about how all we do is throw the ball on 3rd and 1. And it's like, you think it's going to get any better? It hasn't in the past. What's going to change now? We have a running quarterback.
I want to throw the same real quick here. A couple things. Let's keep talking about this for a second, because we on Purple Daily, I had Jeremiah go through a game and an exercise. I want to do the same thing to Boone here when it comes to Kyler Murray in a second. By the way, if you guys, audience out there, if you enjoy these film breakdowns, we have launched for the sicko football fans who want deeper dive breakdowns, want to learn the game. We have launched last week the OLC Academy. It's a Patreon platform. All the information you can find through olinecommittee.com, or you can just go to patreon.com/olinecommittee, where we teach fans offensive line play, what actually happens in the trenches beyond what you see on TV. There's a few different breakdowns on there right now. We're going to put regular videos out that do deep dives into various concepts and themes every single month. So check it out, olinecommittee.com, OLC Academy, teaching fans offensive line play. So let's just say, Booney, things go as well as you think they can. Whatever your vision of, like, Kyler Murray, Kevin O'Connell, okay, like, I could see it playing out pretty well if a couple things happen. Whatever your best case scenario is for Kyler Murray in a Vikings uniform, I'm going to start giving you last year's best quarterbacks in the NFL, and I'll use QBR as the metric here. Stop me when I get to a quarterback where you say, okay, it's possible for Kyler to be better than that in 2026, okay?
Oh, I'm fascinated by this.
So Drake May actually had the #1 QBR in the league last year, so Drake May. And then nice to be in a Shanahan system, and credit to Brock Purdy. He was #2 in QBR. Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Daniel Jones pre-injury, 8th. Nice little QBR for him. Joe Burrow. Man, you stop me when I get to a quarterback here, bro. You stop me.
You're getting close.
All right. Okay.
But again, I think about, listen.
Hold on. Hold on. Just wait till you get there.
Lamar Jackson, 10. CJ Stroud was 11.
Was he really?
We all were kind of like, we went over 3 different rankings. Like, really? CJ Stroud? I don't know. Baker Mayfield, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence,
We're getting close. We're getting
Bo
close.
Nix, Caleb Williams.
No, I think around the Trevor part is where I'm like, best case scenario, that's where I see it going.
Okay.
Listen, you talk about all those guys, right? Again, you look at one of the ones was Daniel Jones. Before he got hurt, their run game was insane. It was insane, right? And so they just did everything off of that. And it's like, if in the perfect world, it would look just like that, right? That's what your offense would look like. You want to use the run game as much as you can. This is our #1 weapon. And then off of that, we're going to do play action off of all that. And then, hey, when we need something, hey, we'll sit back there and we'll do it. It's just, I worry because if it doesn't go well and the play action doesn't work and the run game doesn't work, he's not the kind of guy that can sit back there 45 times a game and just start slinging the ball around, right? Those are your
Here's my question, though. Can he or can't he? Because he's never been asked to, but I think he has the arm talent to do it. Like that Cliff Kingsbury offensive system that he ran in Arizona. Yes, you call it air raid, but air raid's about quick passes.
Yeah.
Quick. Kyler, he has the arm talent to do it. The biggest question is, does he have the processing power to do it? And the question, I don't think anyone knows the answer to that based on the fact he's never been asked to do it. He's never been asked to perform in a system like Kevin O'Connell. And so Kevin O'Connell had to really believe that Kyler Murray has the processing ability in between the ears to run his offense. That's the question we're all going to be waiting to see, and we're all going to have no idea until September.
See, I see it differently. I see it as Kevin looking out and going, who do we have? Really? This is it? We can't go in with this guy because 9's going to screw us again, and we're all going to get fired. So we got to try and do something, right? And when you look out there and you looked at all the free agents, Geno, Kirk, okay, Kyler, $1 million. Like, Mackey, you said it best. This hurts no one.
Yeah,
right?
1.3 for Kyler.
We did what we could do. We tried what we tried. There was nobody on the market. We weren't going to go draft another guy. We had to do this. And that's why I'm like, I feel like this is a desperation pickup. And it's like, can it work? Absolutely. It can work. I'm just worried because the past shows me that KOC is like, this is my offense. This is what I need from you. It's like what you're saying, Jay. Can he process this offense and be like, hey, at times I need you to just stand back there, okay? Now, I totally agree. This O-line is way better than Arizona's O-line. You talk about Darisaw and Brian O'Neill. You're talking about two stout tackles. They're going to be able to protect him at all times. You're not really worried about that, but it's can you just chill, bro? Can you sit back here and trust the process that they're going to get open and then you can hunt?
Not get antsy and run.
Right. And because you saw it, he just starts all of a sudden, it's like, I can do this by myself. And it's like, chill. There's so many weapons going downfield. Give this a second to go. And if he can do that, sure, I could see this working. If he can't, then this is just going to be another ticking time bomb blowing up.
Yeah. I mean, no matter what, if you go back a year ago, they thought they were going to maybe go get Daniel Jones, and then they goes to the Colts, and they had a kind of the Rodgers flirtation. The Vikings didn't even have another QB2 in that room until day 3 of the draft when they traded for Sam Howell. So at least like to have a couple dudes who are under the age of 30, both top 10 picks in the draft, 6 weeks before the draft, and you can go get another quarterback in that room too. So they're ahead of the planning game compared to a year ago in that room.
Well, they learned their lesson of putting all their eggs in one basket with JJ McCarthy, right? They learned it, and they learned it the hard way. And so you bring in Kyler Murray and you say, okay, 1.3 million. I mean, water off a duck's ass when you're talking about salaries for a quarterback. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen versus what's the best that can happen? The problem is the range there is gigantic, right? The ceiling could be great. The floor could be worse. But I think overall with Kyler Murray, the floor is not worse than what it could possibly be with J.J. McCarthy.
That's a scary thought, dude, especially because he was such a high draft pick. I mean, this is going to be one of those things that if it works with Kyler, what do you do with JJ in the future? Like you're not going to leave him around. I feel like eventually, it's going to be. Hey, you're talking about like you're getting real close to like Jamarcus Russell talk, dude. Like this guy came in and didn't do shit, and we cut.
Well, here's the part no one's really talking about either with this Kyler signing. What if he blows the doors off?
Easy.
Think about it. What if he does Daniel Jones? What if he does the Sam Darnold? And you're sitting there and you're sitting there going, okay, Kyler had a top 10 quarterback year. Justin Jefferson's happy. TJ Hawkinson's happy. I guess we got to pay him $40 million. I mean, that's the question that becomes up now.
If he has a badass, like borderline, let's call it borderline top 10 season, part of the issue there for the Vikings is I think his camp negotiated the no tags, right?
Yep.
Like we'll do the 1.3 million, no tags. That's going to be, if you say yes, we're in. So he becomes an unrestricted, clean free agent. And I think the issue for the Vikings, if he has a big year, is less about will he come back. He would almost be stupid to not come back if the offer was right, because ton of success, Jefferson, whatever. It's about the bidding war that happens to drive that price toward the Dak Prescott price versus the Sam Darnold price.
Well, what you do is if it's happening and it's really good by week 12, you extend him before the season's over.
Right.
I mean, what would that have to be for him to not go to the market?
Jones. Listen, there's no one's going to be trying to get close.
It'd be the Daniel Jones. It'd probably be the Daniel Jones contract.
Anymore. No one's going to 60. Nobody's going to, like, realistically, dude, I know the market's at 300. You talk about $60 million, dude, that's like a fifth of your cap. You have lost a fifth of you. You just go, hey, we're paying this to one guy. And it's like, don't forget, you got JJ.
I think Boone stuck the math landing there.
I think he did.
Just stuck that math landing. Wow, dude.
Numbers make my sense. But again, you have so much young talent on this team that it's like, dude, you can't kick this can down the road too far.
Well, the other question is, can you afford him? Right?
At 40, you can afford anything.
You'd find a way.
You find a way, find a way, find a way, find a way. Void
Prisoners
years,
can't
find a
do
way.
Void years.
Throw
All
that
right,
kid.
we'll put 8 years of void years on your contract so we can just spread this thing out for the long haul.
You have one mystery organization trying to expand to be able to trade up to 5 years of first-round picks. Then you have the Vikings saying, can we do 15 years of void
Yeah,
years? Can
so
we
how
change
many
the rules?
void years can we actually put on this thing?
What's the limit? Is there a limit on void years?
It's going to be fascinating either way. I'm excited by the signing because I think it breathes a little bit of new hope and new life into Egan Lakes, right? I think there's some optimism about the quarterback position. And if you're looking around at your star receiver going, I know we asked you to play the good soldier last year and you did it. And you played the good soldier as well as we could have asked you to. We know we can't ask you to do that again. So here's a former first overall pick. He's your new best friend. Tell him to throw you the football as much as humanly possible, and maybe good things will happen.
Yeah. All right, dudes. So there it is. Kyler Murray. You just witnessed what he's capable of at his peak. That was just one snapshot against the Rams last year. Let us know in the comments section, what do you think is the best case scenario for Kyler Murray in a Vikings uniform 2026? Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button here on the O-line committee. It's football from a trenches perspective. Rhino, Alex Boone, Papa Sirles, Jeremiah. I'm Phil Mackey, and we'll see you guys next time.